Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to SLINGSHOT 2025, Asia's most exciting deep tech startup competition. My name is Yasmin, and I'm delighted to be your host. So first of all, we want to kick things off by saying a big thank you to our amazing and wonderful sponsors and partners for being part of our SLINGSHOT journey. They have really generously donated their time and advice, from conducting masterclasses to panel discussions, providing, of course, the fantastic prizes for our winners, and also joining us as judges and mentors. Now, this year, we are so happy to have more than 200 international judges and mentors, along with 20 corporate and competition partners. So we've got 4 domain finals. We've done 3 already, 2 yesterday and 1 earlier on. This is the final domain final. Let's talk about the prizes. As you know, Switch this year, we're celebrating 10 amazing years. We've really upped the stakes. So this year, we have more than $2 million in grant and cash prizes. We have startup resources, mentor opportunities, and corporate deals. And of course, our top 60 global startups, they are vying for a position as one of the top 12 to compete again tomorrow at the grand finals. Now, one startup from the health and biomedical domain will win $10,000 in cash, sponsored by Halion. And each of our top 12 domain winners, they each win a $60,000 Startup SG grant and also a 4-week intangible asset identification sprint from IPOS International, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Intellectual Property of Singapore. Now, tomorrow, we will crown the top 3 who will walk away with an additional $900,000 Startup SG grant prizes, up to 18 months rent-free space at JTC Launchpad, and also have their 4-week intangible asset identification sprint expanded into an 8-week intangible asset audit and strategy sprint from IPOS International. Of course, which ones will go to the top 12 grand finals? It's all up to the judges today. Let me introduce to you the judges for manufacturing, trade, and connectivity. Please welcome Mr. Alvin Fu, Head of Technology and Sustainability Solutions, Head of PSA Ventures, PSA Corporation. A warm welcome. We've got Ms. Endora Michi, Director of Operations of Salim Group. Hello. We've got Mr. Atsushi Taira, Managing Director and General Partner of The Edge of and Mistletoe. We've got Dr. Ho Chow Sing, Executive Director of A-Star Circ and CEO of Namik. A warm welcome. We've got Mr. James Tang, Founding Managing Partner of Creo Ventures. Also with us, Mr. John Bell, CEO of Hightech XL. We have Mr. Jonathan Siu, Head of Corporate Development and New Ventures of Acheron Technologies. We have Mr. Nigel Lee, General Manager of Lenovo. Mr. Paul Ng, CEO of EDBI. A very warm welcome. Mr. Remy Chung, Partner of Elevate VC. We also have Mr. Thierry Depanafiu, Managing Partner of Shift for Good. And last but not least, Mr. Yuba Hadianto, Business Director of Wings Agro. A very warm welcome, judges. All right, rules of engagement. Each startup will be given 3 minutes to pitch. At the end of the 3 minutes, if they don't end, I'm going to come up and I'll have to stop them. After that, we will have a 4-minute Q&A with our judges. And then the judges will have to select top 3 out of all of them, which will be announced later on this evening. And the startups will pitch live again tomorrow at the grand finals. Are we all ready? Can we give our startups a big round of applause to encourage them as well? It's not easy coming on stage with that whole timer thing going on. All right, good luck, startups. Let the pitching begin. Woo. First up, representing CIT, we have Sung Jung. Good afternoon. 안녕하세요. 하수이다. Are you ready? 3 minutes starts now. Oops. Just we'll stop the clock for a minute. Can you say 1, 2, 3? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Technology sometimes. Okay, we'll have to give you the mic. You okay with that? Okay, deep breath. I know.
It's okay.
Oh, it's good?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can start again.
Your time starts again now.
We are CIT, an IT material company setting a new standard for ultra-fast data transmission. Each market, AI accelerate both market size annually 50% increase to 2033 up to 3.5 billion US dollars. Let's look at the AI supply chain. At the core of every AI system lies a GPU powered by AI accelerator boards, which rely on copper. CIT supplies next generation IT material to Isopetasis, a key manufacturer for GPU leaders like NVIDIA. In this time, copper surface currently used inefficient for transmitting fast real-time data. But the copper used today is too rough, cause signal destination delay and power loss, which limit speed of AI data system. We solved this problem. Our copper layer is over 10 times flatter than competitors and less than 5 nanometers surface roughness. Behind this innovation is our property, ASE technology. In enabling 30% faster data transmission, cuts manufacturing steps by half and reduce the carbon footprint by 95%. Our technology has been validated by top journals like Nature and Advanced Material, recognized with CES 2025 awards. CIT material expanded beyond AI is so applications of FCCL, semiconductor packaging, and next generation high-speed communications. Here are our key milestones. Our team combines decades of experience semiconductor material science in each area. We are not just making copper, we are pioneer of next generation AI future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sung-jung. And now we're 4 minutes with the judges. Time starts now. Who would like to go first? I do believe we have a question from Atsushi from The Edge of.
Hey, thanks so much for the presentation then. So obviously now it's a data center booming, right? Because including my Xbox myself, so it's very bullish to create a gigantic number of the data centers. And so two questions. One is, of course, the copper will be used in data center, many purpose, right? Where is a sweet spot for your technology? Either chip to chip or die to die or server to server. That's question number one. Number two is like, if you look at the investment perspectives, obviously NVIDIA occupy all those servers, maybe 90% of the share. So in that case, you should be part of an NVIDIA ecosystem, so very important. Do you have any strategy? If it is too confidential, you don't need to disclose everything, but do you have any idea to be part of an NVIDIA ecosystem like an NVIDIA Link? So two questions.
That's a good question to us, because if you using in IT center in this time use FR4 substrate, but if we can change every IT center's board from FR4 to glass substrate, with our technology can be reduced the 40%, more than 40% energy loss. This means in this time we need more IT center, but we don't have enough electricity. That's why our technology is next generation for IT center. And second one, in this time we working with regularly we report every 3 months to NVIDIA and to Microsoft AI accelerator board develop team, because our copper platinum is 4 times flatter than they use. This means if NVIDIA, Microsoft use AI accelerator, our technology, they can be reduce the transmitting energy, more reliable, and they can have a more faster data transmission speed.
Yeah, and one more follow-up question from that perspective. So actually, NVIDIA mentioned that the future will be silicon photonics. So how do you compete with silicon photonics in terms of speed and also, whatever it is, right? So what's the comparison between your technology versus silicon photonics?
In our process, for example, our competitor is advanced material. They, for the copper deposition, need a post-seed layer using a titanium. After then, they do that using a copper alloy layer. After then, they deposit pure copper layer. After then, they using another copper deposition system. In our case, just one step. We don't need a seed layer. We don't need a titanium. We don't need a copper alloy. Just using a pure copper targets. So we think they can be reduce the process and speed up. Second one, they have a surface roughness more than 800 nanometer, but in our case, less than 100 nanometer. So we think it's next answer about AI accelerator board and even though FCCL and also.
Unfortunately, judges, that's all the time. 4 minutes is up. Thank you. Thank you once again to Sung Jung of CIT. 감사합니다. All right, next up, representing Cyclopic, please welcome Khan Akeksoy. Khan, it's a very bright tie. Love it. All right, are we ready?
Ready?
3 minutes starts now.
Good afternoon. My name is Kana Keksoy, co-founder of Cyclopic. We've reimagined the wheel. Our patented centerless electric drive system combines drive, steering, braking, and suspension into one modular unit, an advanced technology that has created a new foundation for intelligent mobility. In warehouses today, autonomous mobile robots struggle with uneven surfaces, slopes, and confined aisles. Loads shift, safety is compromised, and operations slow down, directly impacting productivity and cost. Our AMR overcomes these challenges through a novel centerless drive system that provides full electric height adjustment for every wheel. AI sensors constantly monitor balance and loads, allowing for autonomous leveling and precise control on any surface. Our innovation is protected by 16 granted worldwide patents and validated through digital twin simulations funded by Innovate UK. In partnerships with the Alan Turing Institute, our algorithms optimize pitch, roll, and drive control in real time. And prototype testing confirms superior stability under dynamic loads. The global AMR market will exceed 22 billion by 2030, and our core drive system is fully scalable and transferable across multiple applications, including warehouse robotics, delivery pods, forklifts, and healthcare mobility platforms. Please meet the team who have reinvented the wheel. Our inventor, Alan Rallings, has over 50 years of engineering expertise, including Concorde and the Thames flood barrier, where Alan specialized in hydraulics, large bearings, and their limitations. We collaborate with leading UK research centres and are now partnering with a major Singapore manufacturer to deliver our first turnkey AMR to market as a proof of to showcase to industries here in Asia and worldwide. We are now seeking strategic investors and partners to help accelerate production and global deployment. Cyclopic's core drive system redefines mobility, offering a safer, smarter generation for autonomous vehicles. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Khan. Alrighty, we have now 4 minutes with the judges. Time starts now. Judges, I think we have a question from James of Creo Ventures, please.
Welcome to Singapore, Kohan. My first question will be, what's the latest commercial progress? Do you have any customer using your product at this moment? If yes, how many units has been deployed?
We haven't sold any units at the moment. We are pre-revenue. However, we're in talks with Delta G in the UK, who will be working on underground mapping for Google Maps. We're also in talks with the National Nuclear Laboratory, as they would like to use our technology for transporting sensitive goods. Because of our vehicle autonomous leveling system, means the vehicle bed will always stay level at all times. We have also recently, through DBT, setting up meetings with NEOM in Saudi Arabia, as they are interested in using our technology for the line, and Oxygen, where is manufacturing and warehousing.
We've got about 3 minutes left, judges. Do we have another question for Khan?
May I know how big is your team at this moment?
Yes, our team is of 6 at the moment, and that is will be scaling as our technology will. Yes.
We've got a question now from Yuba of Wings Agro.
How do you apply this in agri-tech?
In agri-tech?
Yeah.
Well, we can apply this to other companies can license our technology to add to their technologies. Also, we can create an autonomous vehicle which would enable you to add accessories such as robotics, sensors, cameras to agri-tech vehicles. So the applications is quite vast in the agri-tech scene for us. And yes, I hope that answers your question.
We've got about 2 minutes left. We have a question from Remy of Elevate VC, please.
Hi, how many single points of failures do you have in the wheels compared to regular wheels?
Sorry, can you say again, please?
How many single points of failures?
Single point of failures?
Yep.
In the system is made up for drive, steering, braking and suspension into one modular unit. And their feasibility studies have been very successful. We're working with Alan Turing Institute, and our studies optimize pitch, roll and drive control with very successful results. And we're really excited to be producing our first completed turnkey AMR, hopefully in Singapore here, with MMI systems. So we can then showcase this to industry experts to utilize the technology.
We've got about a minute left. Do we have any more questions? We have a question from Atsushi of The Edge of.
So what is the fundamental benefit if you compare, with center or centerless? What's the biggest sort of benefit of the centerless?
Many benefits for the centerless wheel.
Significant one.
The biggest benefit for the centerless wheel means that you have full height adjustment. So the vehicle can lower to the ground fully and raise up fully, meaning there's no need for an axles in the center. There is no need for an engine, reducing unsprung weight. Also autonomous leveling, precise control, and also with the vehicle being able to reach ground level, which means you can also incorporate induction charging. And as it's one modular unit concealed, you also have the sustainability benefits of energy recovery systems within
without having complex, suspension system, you can manage all those different configurations. That's a benefit.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Without having a complex, structure, so all those, different configuration can be made. So that's a benefit, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch.
It's okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again, Khan.
Thank you.
Cyclopic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, representing Astia, please welcome Tiffany Ye. You can do that louder. You! Some support is here. Tiffany, you ready? 3 minutes starts now.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Yen. At STO, we make advanced materials for cooling that don't require power or batteries. Our team, we're scientists, physicians, operators who know the problem of extreme heat very well with the know-how to tackle it. Our mission is to create innovative cooling solutions that protect people in the midst of a warming world. Heat is both a public health and economic imperative. Heat affected over 80% of the global population last year, resulting in 500,000 deaths. Now, in Singapore alone, $1.2 billion are lost every year due to heat-related productivity losses. So what we offer at Astia is a proprietary material that absorbs and dissipates body heat via evaporative cooling. The material, when coming into contact with skin, reduces skin temperature by up to 9 degrees Celsius, sustained over the next 6 hours. What we do is, what you see here, we print the material onto textiles in a dot matrix to enable reliable evaporation in high humidity settings. To recharge the material in between use, simply throw this in the laundry machine or hand wash like any other regular garment. So we create a portfolio of products with this, ranging from inner shirts, bandanas, arm sleeves. We can also create slabs of the material to cool equipment. You'll see for yourself here the data, that temperature reduction sustained during high intensity activity. The global cooling market is $41 billion. We focus on the first three right now: worker safety, public safety, athletics affecting people. We can also extend into critical infrastructure, cooling equipment, and GPU racks. And we also have a spin-off patent granted in the cosmetic space that we can license out. So that gets us to the business model. We sell to B2B. We sell to enterprises. They distribute the product to their employees. Right now, we work on POCs with a cohort of customers. We'll land and expand across these large organizations, and then we'll leverage licensing and partnership opportunities to extend into adjacent markets. Our unit economics scale attractively with volume, so the COGS will go down by 75% as volumes increase, allowing us to price similarly to high-performance apparel. In Singapore, our customers include PSA, Soil Build, and the Home Team. Beyond that, we work with the US Army Special Mission Unit and Kajima Construction in Japan. Our team, myself, I'm an MIT-trained materials engineer and a UPenn trained physician. Jack and Connor, my colleagues, are both former US Special Forces, and we've got a technical team on the Taiwan side. Thank you, and happy to take questions.
Thank you, Tiffany. Okie dokie, we've got 4 minutes with the judges now, and the clock is ticking. Judges, do we have a question? We have a question from Remy of Elevate VC, please.
Hi, Tiffany. Thank you. So, question on the lab test. You focus on skin temperature, but the real performance metrics are endurance, core temperature, so on and so forth. So, have you done any analysis or tests on those?
Biometrics, operational metrics. On the biometrics side, we actually, well, I'll start with the actual cooling performance. So we just shared with the Home Team today that we exhibit a heat flux of over 20 watts per meter squared. That is actually the literature standard of effective cooling power for people. Skin temperature is really a proxy for people to understand. It's really a body surface area coverage. So with that degree of heat flux, the more surface area you cover, the more heat you're dissipating to enable the body temperature from rising.
Got it. And a follow-up question to that is, the sectors that you are looking at are very critical. So I guess two questions. One is, what kind of regulations do you need to pass through? And two is, have you tested how many washes it can withstand, what kind of abrasion, mechanical forces, blunt force, sharp force, so on and so forth?
Yeah, so summarize as regulatory and durability. Regulatory-wise, we actually position it as like a consumer product per se, because it's affecting the individual. So it's really more like whatever it takes to be skin safe, allergy tested, et cetera, which we've met. The second one for durability, we expect it to last one heat season, so estimated 6 months. It's really related to the wear and tear that people are putting it through. So normal wear and tear, 6 months. If they're like really rough wearing with construction, expect it to last a few months less.
About 2 minutes 20 left. Judges, do we have another question for Tiffany? Good question
Hello.
from John of High Tech XL, please.
Yeah, really interesting presentation. Thank you for that. Do you also foresee medical applications? Because I think this could be huge for people who have fever or other things.
Yes, there are a lot of thermosensitive conditions and populations. I think there's definitely potential to go there, but that's probably the next step for the sake of focus. Because right now we're working with healthy adults in high activity, challenging environments. We'll need to be more careful about working with thermosensitive in terms of how much body surface area we cover so we don't tip them into the unsafe, actually too cold portion.
While I have the mic, maybe one more.
Sure. Please go
How
ahead.
do you protect yourself from somebody else copying what you do?
IP, patents, trade secret, we do have 3 filed, 1 granted, 1 under national security review, and 1 under kind of secret window, provisional window. But really, it's hard to reverse engineer because the patents are crafted very broadly. There's a very specific percentage for each component that they need to hit that number to actually replicate. There's also a lot of know-how in fabrication. A lot of precise steps. If they don't get that right, it also won't result well. So that's simultaneously the challenge to scaling, but also the technical mode that we're building.
Got about a minute left. Do we have
Yeah, I do.
a question from Paul of EDBI, please?
Hi, Tiffany. My first question is a little similar to hers, to his, as in, do you see other applications beyond just clothing? And the second question would be, can you talk a bit about the durability of the material under adverse conditions?
So I mentioned earlier critical infrastructure. We create slabs of this material that can be applied to GPU racks, solar panels, just any object where this functions as a heat sink of sorts. So we're starting to explore that kind of gear integration with the military in particular. And then for the durability, I kind of addressed the wash cycles. I guess another way that you can think about it is really just about like breakage, right? So how much wear and tear goes in order for the dots to fall off the fabric. So we're actively extending it from 6 months to longer by improving the bonding of the dots with the fabric.
That's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again, Tiffany of STL.
you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Slingshot 2025. This is the final domain finals. Please welcome on stage Ground Up AI, Leon Lim. Hi, Leon. You look very calm.
For now, still yes.
Leon, you got this. 3 minutes starts now.
Thank you. $1.5 trillion, 11% of revenue, and 500 million tons of carbon every single year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the hidden problem of unplanned downtime. Since decades ago, we have been building machines, and every single factory, port, infrastructure, and defense force has machines. In fact, too many of them. We are drowning in machines, yet we are blind to their health. Yes, we may have some IoT sensors. We collect all this data, but we don't know what we're doing with it. Yes, we have some sort of scheduled maintenance, yet we don't really understand the machine's health. You see, machines, like human, go through different stages of cancer before it breaks down. Ideally, you get to know the cancer as early as stage 1, and then you can kill it at its root, unlike the current solutions. Now, fortunately for every single one today, we are now entering the era of cognitive maintenance. Embodied AI machines won't just operate, they will think and optimize themselves autonomously. That is the reason why Ground Up AI, we have built the world's first agentic AI for cognitive maintenance. In our AI platform, we unify all the machinery asset health and deploy autonomous agents to predict and optimize performance, ensuring reliability and ROI. How does it work? 3 simple steps. Firstly, you acquire health data from relevant sources. Our sensors, clients' internal systems, plug it into our system whereby we diagnose and give you the entire machinery health status across all your assets. The best part about this is it's scalable, vendor agnostic, and it's compatible with all OEMs. We even help you to make the decision by giving you root cause analysis, prescriptions, and we close the loop. Beyond algorithms, we compete and win the large horizontal AI players through being deep. We own the anomaly signature data sets in our ground-up asset library, which has 5,000 and is a living and growing database, which fuels this data flywheel effect. The impact of this, we have 18 B2G and B2B clients, $40 million in savings with brand names such as Republic of Singapore Navy and Coca-Cola. But wait, there's more. We have traction in these 3 industries across 5 countries. And if you put ground-up AI in a timeline, this year we have cleared our Series A funding with 3x of revenue and 20 million of solid pipeline. Hence, we are confident to triple our revenue again next year. Our leadership team, Alex and I, we have both founded companies with 2 exits. We are currently working with 4 PhDs, managing directors who are from GIC itself. So the real reason why I'm here today is to seek for partners who want to future-proof their operations and who believe in the embodied AI future. So join me to start your journey to zero downtime, zero gases, and zero waste today. My name is Leon. Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you, Leon. And now we've got 4 minutes with the judges. We already have a question from Yuba of Wings Agro.
Hi, Leon.
Hi, sir.
Good presentations.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, if I have 12 machineries in my factories, how do I apply this? Because my engineers are not doing the maintenance always as accordance to the schedule. Because sometimes they think that it can still be used, some spare parts are still good, but they are supposed to be, they are due for change. So how do you apply this?
So the current gap that we see in the market, its maintenance is quite random. It's quite reactive, we call it. At most, you will have some form of scheduled maintenance. So we tell ourselves, why not we put in sensors, we try to take as much data, and instead of reacting to the errors that are happening, why not we simply predict when the machine will spoil, and just before that moment, we send people down to go and fix it. So the biggest benefit of doing this is the machine actually doesn't spoil, right? And even if you want the machine to spoil, it's in a controlled situation, because the most important thing is now you have data of the machine's health across all your assets. Yeah, so without us, random failures. With us, controlled. You get all the data in your hand, you can make the decision.
So if I have a machine, the machinery, and I use your applications, how do you apply that? To the control systems, or how many sensors do you need to put in the whole, for example, a blow molding machine?
Typically,
what are you going to do?
Typically in a setup like this, for one machine, we use 1 to 2 sensors. We stick it on the drive end, non-drive end of the motors. We collect all the data. If clients have their own existing OEM sensors, we also do take in all those data. If clients have their own version of an Oracle or SAP system, we take in all those maintenance logs as well. So the aim is to know as much about your machine, like a human, to give you a health status on these machines itself. Yeah.
Good about.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got about 2 minutes left. Theory of shift for good, please.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the presentation. How do you see large players like Amazon competing directly against you?
I think the good thing about what we do is we are vendor agnostic. So in fact, there's many times where clients already have some form of IoT sensors already in place. We go in to fill the gaps. So we are not saying rip out everything, start from scratch. We say that why not we retrofit whatever that we have into our existing systems. So we take those data from the existing Siemens, Yokogawa, Emerson sensors, and we do the data analysis on those sensors actually. Yeah, so I see us as actually quite a good fit. Rather than competition, we actually collaborate with them. And the best part about this whole thing is by understanding when your machines fail, these OEMs can actually sell their spare parts confidently and much earlier because they can prepare the supply chain beforehand.
We've got about a minute left. We got a question from Atsushi of The Edge of.
Sushi. Yeah.
So in the real world, it's very complex environment. Many machines running and then vibration, then noisy. And then you need to train maybe individual line, right? So how long does it take to do sort of a post-training, like, once you install, maybe initially not great accuracy, but over time it will be accurate.
Sure.
How long does it take?
The competitors usually take 18 months or so. That's why their POC takes 18 months. Ground-up AI, we take just 3 weeks. And the reason we have this advantage is because we already have our ground-up asset library with more than 5,000 errors already in place. So long as you stick our sensors or you give us the data, we're able to do a health check, like a health scan, in less than 3 weeks' time. So not just technology, we are very savvy, but that technology is transferred into commercial use case whereby we can roll it out much faster.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Impressive.
Thank you.
I think that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again. And Leon for Ground Up
Thank you.
AI. Thank you. Next up, presenting for -SCS, please welcome Arun Pandit. Hello, Arun.
Hi.
Are you psyched? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 3 minutes starts
Yes.
now.
Hi, my name is Arun Pandit and I'm the CEO co-founder at Hyphen. Hyphen is India's biggest warehousing and fulfillment platform. Do you know there are about 1 million warehouses in India and less than 7% of them are listed online? 80% of these warehouses are small and ungraded. The average ownership pattern per warehouse owner is less than 1.5. The average utilization for warehouse space is around 65 to 70%. The SaaS penetration is less than 5%. Warehousing and fulfillment market is around $60 billion, growing at a CAGR of around 13 to 14% per annum. In developing countries in APAC region, the GDP cost, the supply chain cost for GDP is around 14%. In developed countries, it's less than half. But still, there are very limited startups optimizing for the same. We have built a deeply embedded and cyclic ecosystem to solve key challenges in both the unoccupied state and the occupied states. We have already reduced brokerage for warehouse owner by 50%, client by 100%, lead time for warehouse registration from 45 days to 15 days, cost of upgradation and you can say optimization by around 10 to 15%, reduction of unoccupancy rate by 6%, SaaS cost by around 80%, and increased space utilization by around 15 to 20%. Our discovery platform is a one-of-a-kind platform which helps search, compare, and lease warehouses. We have got the world's highest 65,000 physically verified warehouses spread across 940 cities, amassing a total area of around 1.2 billion square feet, and the cost for warehouse registration is industry best, that is less than $2 per warehouse. We've also built, through our proprietary data, built-to-suit ROI calculator and permission and timeline analyzers for new construction of warehouses. Our second platform, which is a marketplace, is a full-stack managed marketplace which looks into warehousing products and services. We have got 130 plus categories, around 190 plus partners, around 8,700 products already registered on this platform. And the main thing is we have built AI-based recommendation engine on the basis of thousands of catalogs, technical specifications, BIS and ISO standards, operational principles, which helps in assisting the right set of products and services for these warehouse owners. And the final product is a SaaS solution, which is called Warehouse Book. It is like an operating system for smaller warehouses. It's like a warehouse management system plus transport management system plus facility management system in a single platform, and it is 1/5 the cost of the cheapest alternate available in the market. The other thing that we have done is we have got a patent pending dynamic space calculation engine, which will automatically calculate the space utilized in the warehouse and would sublet it in the property tech platform. Our core team has helped build some of India's biggest logistics startups like Delivery, Blackbuck, have got relevant growth experience of onboarding more than 3 lakh trucks, have got 1,000 plus client connect. We have built SaaS solutions which have been downloaded 1 million times and are part of key industry bodies and decision makers like Asian Development Bank. As we have raised on $2 million, and with $2 million, we had a revenue of around $8.8 million. We are raising a $7 million in order to get to a revenue of $40 million at a 10% PAT. With these words, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. Fast and furious. 3 minutes is up, but we do have 4 minutes with the judges, and the time starts now. Judges, do we have a question for Arun? We've got a question from Nigel of Lenovo, please.
Thanks, Arun. That was a light speed presentation. I think you did it in 2.5 minutes. Okay, so you presented that there's almost 1 million offline warehouses.
Yes, sir.
Equal to 93% of the market. How are you going to reach out to the 1 million to aggregate whatever you are saying?
Yes, sir.
To get the business.
So like it's what cannot be measured cannot be improved. So what we are doing is we have got a feet on street model in which do a dynamic mapping of the people. They themselves go to the warehouse, capture latitude and longitudes, capture data on more than 40 plus parameters, and we have brought down the cost per physical warehouse registration to less than $2. So we're doing it that way because data is not available in the market.
Is that going to be very human intensive to collect those data? Because
yes.
you have to reach out to each and every warehouse.
Yes, so what we have done is in order to kind of scale it in multiple cities, we are partnering with activation agencies at a city level. So that means we don't have to hire people, we have to hire BTL activation agencies in cities, train them, and they will get the warehouses registered. So I can parallelly expand in 100 cities at the similar cost.
We've got about 2 minutes 45 left. Do we have another question for Arun, judges? We've got a question from Thierry of Shift for Good, please.
So what do you think about staying in India versus expanding internationally?
So at a broader level, the use case is similar in Southeast Asia, Mexico, Latin American countries, because it's a similar problem that they are facing. The only customization that we require to do is the local governance and you can say policy making which are there. Similar structure, similarly ungraded warehouses are there, smaller warehouses are there, and most of the warehouses, if you look into the ownership pattern, for India, they're like, for 1 million warehouses, there are 700,000 warehouse owners. The same structure applies in most of these countries. So our target areas are like Indonesia, Malaysia, you can say Vietnam, these are, and plus Mexico are the areas where we feel that this product with minor customization can be directly deployed there.
We still got 2 minutes left. We've got a question from Yuba of Wings Agro.
Would you equate yourself to like a marketplace for warehouses? So for example, I own 10 warehouses. I can register to your website and tell you that I have 60% utilizations, and I like you to find somebody for me to use the other 40%. Can people log into your website and do that?
Yes, sir. So we have already got this provision that in which you can register a warehouse on a platform and be registered as an operating warehouse willing to sublet and utilize space on the portal. The one thing that we have taken it ahead is if you use our SaaS solution, which is like one-fifth the cost of existing solution, it will automatically calculate the space utilization there and dynamically list on the portal. So you don't even have to calculate yourself if you use our SaaS solution. Otherwise, manually, you can always put your space there for subletting it so that you are able to optimize the supply chain cost.
So how do you collect your fee for this? I mean, how do you generate revenue?
For the discovery platform, we work on a success fee basis. We earn brokerage for every successful conversion. We do not charge any brokerage from the client, so we get more demand from their side, and we charge half a month's brokerage, which is typically more than 50% lesser than a typical broker which is there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yuba. We've got about 45 seconds left for a quick question. A question from Paul of EDBI.
Yeah, just a quick one. Are all your 65,000 warehouses, are they paying partners?
700 warehouses are our paid partners right now. The thing is that we have got around 7% density of warehouses right now. We ran a model through John Hopkins logistic growth model. Once we get to 50% of density of the warehouses available, our conversion rate would increase to around 70 to 80%. Right now it is 1%. So you can very well imagine the impact of density on the successful conversion going forward.
Fortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again.
Thank you very
Arun
much.
Of -SCS. Next up, please welcome on stage Facetrum. Representing Facetrum, we've got Wayne Tsai. Ooh, you got lots of fans here. Good energy. Wayne, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wayne Tsai, CEO from Facetrum. We provide the best phase array solution for scalability and production efficiency. This is our products. Okay, here. So I live in California, Fremont. I drive 10 minutes, then there is no internet. So for huge area country, people do need satellite internet in their daily life. And now all the operators are trying to switch their heavy dish to A4 size phase array terminal. But only Starlink succeed. And everyone are looking for the solution. And the AIP and the phase tuner of our solution here is selected by many operators and of all our customers because we can help them to reduce power consumption and the terminal size 50%. And also the production efficiency 10 times, design easier, and also enter the 25 billion market. The market coming from 3 billion people no internet, and also 80 million new devices to be deployed and replaced every 5 years. And many governments are preparing for the Ukraine war situation, as all communication will be disconnected except satellite. And the market size is 80 billion. And half of them is RFIC. Every unit we can sell $3,000. We have patents. We have 3 generations of chips. And our AIP combine 4 antennas in one package. Phase tuner control the phase difference in the signal branch. That makes all the difference. So we also get the radar ASIC service revenue from defense market. Now we are fundraising $5 million for next year's certification and manufacturing. And also targeting for 300 million revenue in 4 years. We focus on the satellite communication and the radar market for our RFIC. And we combining the IC, antenna, and the PCB design so our customers feel no burden at all to design and manufacturing. With our BD experience, for commercial market and defense market, and 15 engineers led by our NYCU professor teams, leveraging TSMC Foundry and also Hsinchu Science Park ecosystem. As a member of a Taiwan Space Agency, welcome to be our partners to make the world connected anytime, anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation, and we now have 4 minutes with the judges, Wayne. 4 minutes starts now. Judges, we have a question from Dr. Ho of A-Star Circ, please.
Thank you, Wayne, for the presentation. I just wonder about the SATCOM space, and can you just describe what is the differentiating value proposition versus what the current solutions that is out there?
Right now, the dish antenna solution is too heavy and cannot be portable. So many devices cannot, for example, like the car, you cannot equip it with a satellite communication device. And that's why people want to switch to the phased array terminal, which is without mechanical change. Then you can aiming for the right angle of the satellite.
And which technology node have you demonstrated your solution so far? I know you tape out in TSMC, but what is the tech node that you're using?
Okay. Our solution can help the multi-antenna to be aligned with phase control to the same direction to aiming for the satellite, and also to make the manufacturing efficiency 10 times better. Because right now, every vendor suffer 3 years cannot fix this issue by current conventional on-the-shelf IC providers.
Thank you.
We've got about 2.5 minutes left. Judges, do we have more questions for Wayne? We've got a question from Paul of EDBI, please.
Are you already selling product at this point?
Our product is about to make mass production version next year. So that's why we are fundraising.
Is it radiation hardened? Or there's no need at this point?
Right now in the ground, no need. But in the satellite, in the payload, in the sky, it will be needed.
We've got a question from Thierry of Shift for Good, please.
Who do you think will be your first customer?
Our first customer will be from operator side is Telesat, and from brand maker side is CCOM, and from OEM side will be Taiwan Compo and Quanta.
I think we have a question from Yuba from Wings
Yeah.
Agro.
Yeah. So in the deep in the forest where we don't have a communications means, so we install satellites. So I want to understand, your equipment will help us replace that satellite so that we can bring it anywhere inside forest, or how does it work?
Okay. Right now in the forest, that you cannot move the very heavy dish inside.
Yeah,
so we can make it a portable device. You can make a backpack. Then you can just connect with power. Then you can connect with internet broadband.
So how much power does it consume? I mean, if I drive a car right into deep in the forest, I mean, I want to make sure I can communicate.
Our competitors now, they are doing 400 watt. And our solution can do only 200 watt.
We've got about a minute left. You have
So I gotta bring a battery, like a big battery, in the car, and charge it and bring it around. That's
yes,
what you're saying, yeah?
right.
Okay.
And also we can reduce the throughput to make it more power efficiency.
Got about 50 seconds left. Only time for a quick question. Judges, do we have a quick one?
Yeah, one
John
more.
of High Tech XL, please.
Yeah, great presentation. What I saw that your technology is non-jamming and also very secure, but I think you also use RF, and RF typically can be jammed. So can you please explain what you do?
Okay, for anti-jamming part is about the AESA part. That part is also related with our customer system knowledge. They tell us that what they need, and then we make the ASIC for them. But if you talk about that for anti-jamming, it needs to be rely on the RF standard to make it happen.
I think that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Let's get Wayne of Facebook.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, please welcome on stage, representing Photosynthetic, we have Alexander Kostenko. Hello, Alexander. Yes,
Hello.
grab that clicker. Ooh. Are you ready?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, deep breath. 3 minutes starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be surrounded by people who are in love with innovation, and I believe that the most significant innovation of today is happening at micro and nano scale. without microfluidics, we wouldn't have portable medical diagnostics. Without photonic circuits, we wouldn't have optical network and augmented reality glasses. These are very important technologies that are very hard to commercialize. Only 4% of these kind of technologies become commercial products, and they take many years to get to markets. And we want to change it. Now, the bottleneck here is that when we develop them in the lab, we use additive manufacturing tools that are very versatile, give you full freedom of design, but at very high costs. Then we have to move to mass production, which is very cost effective, but limited to 2D flat geometries. And that transition is not always possible, especially for advanced products developed by small companies. Now, we have made a method which uses millions of light beams controlled by a computer algorithm, polymerizing a liquid resin into a solid micro 3D structure in an instant. It is the first technology that enables serial production of complex microscopic structures. Now, this is how it looks in real life. We have a hardware prototype. We can produce structures at a scale smaller than a human hair within a few seconds. And we are currently testing 2 different business models. We're selling a first printer prototype to a medical university of Utrecht in the Netherlands, and we already completed a number of proof of concept projects, validating different use cases for specific customers that lead to printing as a service model. In one of these projects, for instance, we developed a first-of-a-kind microfluidic array for single-cell capture and analysis for cancer diagnostics, where we were able to replace silicon technology with polymer-based one, reducing the cost of prototyping and production at the same time, basically allowing our customer to have multiple chips for multiple cell types. Currently, we just got a grant of 2.5 million euros from Europe, and we are able now to build a pilot facility, raising additional 2 million euros next year for further commercialization of this technology. And of course, with your investment, we will be able to expand to Asian markets. We are a multidisciplinary team. My name is Alexander Kostenko. I'm the founder and the CEO for the Synthetic, and I would like to invite you to join us printing the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. All right, we've got 4 minutes with the judges. We're going to reset the clock. All right, and we've got a question already. Paul from EDBI, please.
Thank you, Alex. Can you talk a bit more about the value of the technology beyond just cost? Does it enable new products? Is it more granular? Can you talk a bit about that? And the second question is around, I understand you're looking to sell the resin as well. How configurable is the resin can you customize it for your customers' needs?
Right. So resin customization and basically advantages of the technology, right? So in principle, you can create 3-dimensional structures at the micron scale, right? But it is so expensive that there's no way to scale it. And this is the main value proposition. We can create structures that are not producible at scale with, for instance, injection molding or other mass production techniques. So you can see it both ways. It's both cost-effective and allows you to make complex structures. In terms of materials, yes, we are working with polymers. We can design these polymers to comply with your requirements, whether it's chemical, biological, mechanical.
I guess one more question. Given that you're also selling hardware, can you talk a bit about the defensibility of your business?
Well, the thing is that the know-how is not really in the hardware in this case, right? It's really a combination of actually material chemistry with the computer algorithm that controls the reaction, because essentially it's about orchestrating the light propagation through that material that leads to creation of that shape that you're printing. So, and that algorithm is very difficult to reproduce if you don't know how it's built.
We've got about 2:15 left on the clock. Judges, we had a question from Dr. Ho of A-Star Circ. Yes.
Thank you, Alex, for the presentation. I think we visited you guys 2 years ago in your lab, so it's good to see you progressing here. A quick question is on your machine that you have developed. And you mentioned about trying to plug this chasm from prototyping to mass production. Where exactly is the technology is today? Is it able to do mass production or somewhere between prototyping and mass production, or still at prototyping?
So it is at the moment, it is at a prototyping stage. You would need to basically automate the process further to make it into a mass production technology. And that is basically the reason why we're raising money right now.
Do we have any more questions, judges? We've got about a minute 30 left on the clock. Judges look. Oh, we've got another one from Paul of EDBI, please.
Yeah, just one more. Are you able to extend the technology to other materials beyond resins? Can you do metals or something else?
The answer is yes. Well, not directly. You would have to have a two-step process where you create, let's say, a master. Can be a single-use master in polymer, and then deposit your material within that master.
Got a minute left. Judges, are we good, or do we have a quick final question? Good question from James of Creo Ventures, please.
How is the team looks like at this moment?
Right now we are 4 people, so we cover computer algorithms, material chemistry, and, well, let's say business development. But with the new funding, we're gonna grow to at least 6. So we're hiring engineers that are required to, let's say, industrialize the system, but also to strengthen our sales team.
I think the judges are pretty good. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again. Alexander of Photosynthetic. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Smart Forge Polymers, and representing we have Dr. Yuba Diakite. Hello, Dr. Yuba.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, are you ready?
I think so.
You know so. You can do this. 3
Yeah.
minutes starts now.
Thank you. I'm Yuba Diakite, CEO of Smart Forge Polymer. Right now, you have humanoid robot that can walk, diagnostic device that can reach the hospital. You also have aerospace part that can be produced. This is not because the design are wrong. This is because the part cannot be manufactured. Precision plastic manufacturing have a 141 billion problem. 95% of advanced prototype never make it to the production. This is not because, again, those designs are wrong. It's because engineer design for the future, while manufacturing is stuck in the past. 3 massive waves are being hit by this barrier. You have robotics, AI-powered robotics, you have medtech miniaturization, and you have electronics. All are being hit by this barrier. Let me explain you why. You prototype using the wrong material, and then you scale. Precision ejection molding currently require 1,500 bar pressure, which will wrap your features. Your tiny features, micron scale, never get filled. Then you have to iterate and iterate again. This is an impossible challenge. We hit this barrier too. Then we develop a fundamentally new manufacturing process, a process that gave unmatched precision and speed, and all at lower cost. This is real. We have growing revenue and customer calling because we are the only one. Look how our breakthrough machine works.
Previously impossible devices, now manufactured by Smart Forge in days.
Yeah. This breakthrough is protected by a strong patent, proven, and we have 5-year head start. We don't sell the machine, we provide manufacturing services. Our TAM is 14 billion. We have a strong team from top university, and we are raising 1 million investment now. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yuba.
Thank you.
We now head to the 4-minute Q&A. Judges, who would like to go first? Question for Dr. Yuba. We've got Nigel of Lenovo, please.
All right, you said that there's a 141 billion problem.
Yes.
For doing the molding prototyping, right?
Yeah.
In your aspect, how much of the 141 will you be able to captivate the technology?
10%, we think that we can.
$14 billion.
Yeah, 14 billion.
Within a span of months, years, decades.
Sorry.
How long will you be able to capture the 10%?
I think based on what we saw from customer, we just spin off 1 year, right? So, and for this 1 year, we secured the patent, we put some infrastructure in place to do the mold, and actually we start going out and telling people, right now we propose this only 3 months, and we have already secured 300K pipeline contract. So basically we believe with sufficient fund and support, we can capture a big chunk over the next 5 years.
And are you going to, do you have any segments or industries that you're targeting, or you're going across the board?
Yes, microfluidics first, microfluidics medtech, right? Wearable technology, we have customers who want that, and we are working on projects with microneedles. We are working on projects with single cell, with AI, where they need 1 micron precision, which is what we deliver. And we deliver that quick and at very low cost. That's where our customer currently come from. But we do know as well there are expectations from other industry that might need our technology.
We've got 2 minutes left. Paul from IDBI, yes.
Can you talk about the scalability of your manufacturing process? How
Yeah.
fast is it? Maybe you can talk a bit about that.
Currently we have, you are talking about the machine or the component?
How fast can you produce the parts?
Oh, how fast? 2 weeks. We produce 2 to 4 weeks a part. Just produce the part, the injected part.
So 1 part, 2 weeks?
No. Oh, for 1 part. You mean the part? Oh, how fast? Oh, 100 seconds. About 100 seconds per part. It depends really on the precision, because so for some projects we have 5 micron channel, then those require different conditions. But in general, it's between 100 seconds and 150 seconds. That's the cycle time.
We have a question from Remy of Elevate VC, please.
Hi, do you need a special material or any plastic material would do?
We can do any plastic material from COC, COP, PMMA, any thermoplastic material. We work with pellet, right? Like injection molding. It's a different type of injection molding machine with low pressure.
40 seconds left. Only time for a really quick one. Jonathan from Acheron Technologies. Quick one.
Yeah, thanks, Yuba. Yeah, so wanted to check, because you were talking about microfluidics as the main target area. So what is it in this space that is not being resolved by the existing technology and solutions out there that you are solving? And is it exactly the so when you're talking to customers, what exactly are they looking for you for?
Yes, when generally customers have different problems. They use the wrong material, and also they have inconsistency in the part they produce. So they can't have always the same part. And this is what we resolve. We give a scalable material from day one, allowing them to prototype. And also we give them the precision that they need in terms of the complexity or what they do. So those are what we get from customer, and generally they do projects that they can't get anywhere.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have.
Okay.
Thank you, judges. Thank you once again, Dr.
Okay,
Yuba
thank you.
of Smart Forge Polymers. We move on to startup number 9. Please welcome for Speed Pops, we've got Raphael Pomfrit. Ooh, you got fans cheering you on.
Thank you. In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to show you why I skipped my world trip after my chemistry studies not only to co-found this company, but to have a meaningful impact in our world. We are Speedbox, a deep tech startup in the field of advanced materials. And our vision is to reinvent epoxy materials. Epoxy materials are incredibly important plastic in our daily lives, with a market of about 20 billion euros. You use them to produce air winglet, windmills, electric engine, and every PCB is connected with these black potting materials. But to produce them, it's quite complicated and expensive. Why? Usually you have to mix two components, the resin and the hardener. Afterwards, facing a really limited processing time, followed by a long, heat-intense post-curing to fully solidify the material. Just to give you a relation, to post-cure an air winglet at this size needs to take place 16 hours at 180 degrees. A massive time and energy we're using here. And on top of it, we create a lot of waste. What if we could eliminate the mixing, the limited processing time, the waste, and cut down the processing time from such an air winglet from 16 hours at 180 degrees to just a fraction and cut down costs. Too good to be true? This is exactly what we're doing. We developed a unique patented curing technology for epoxy materials. How does it work? We apply a UV stimulus in the material and generating a self-curing behavior, which is going to spread in the material and cure it on its own without any additional energy input. We're therefore able to cut down the processing times and energy demand up to 99% to enable our customers of increasing their product capacity or cutting down the cost per part. And all this with a greener and future-proof chemistry. Our business model based on three pillars. First, development project, which already secured 350,000 euros in revenue. The second one is the manufacturing and the direct sales of our high-margin materials for the electronic industries, with already 20 lead customers in validation phase. But to fully ramp up and scale our technology, we're now going into licensing, reaching out to all the material providers of this world and sell our materials and technology to them. We're therefore raising now 4 million euros for the expansion to the Asian market, established in Singapore as our hub of innovation, and also reaching out to all the potential material providers and licensing partners of this world. This is the team you're investing in, with a strong university background and competences in technical chemistry, material science, venture building, and strategic leadership. We are Speedbox, support us reinventing a whole industry, not only resins. And maybe in the future, air winglets will get built with materials from Speedbox. Thank you.
Thank you, Raphael. Okay, 4 minutes with the judges. Time starts now. Judges, do we have a first question for Raphael? We have one from Jonathan of Acuren Technologies, please.
Yeah, thanks, Raphael. I wanted to understand a little bit more about the application areas that make sense, because initially you were showing the 18 hours sorry, was it 16 hours and 180?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, correct. So, but that one seems to be, may require actually curing that is maybe non-visible, using non-visible light. So I wanted to see what you're doing that's different, and does that restrict the application areas that it could be used?
Yeah, of course we need like the excess of light, but we have like the self-propagating system. This is quite unique because we can also incorporate particles or filler particles which might be blocking the light. This is really the novum. We can also overcome these limitations. But to also be able to process on existing processes, you can also trigger the self-curing behavior by heat. You just have to overcome 120 centigrade, and therefore we have also here the fastest curing on the market, and be compatible with existing processes which is already established.
Judges, do we have another question for Raphael?
Okay,
Jonathan?
maybe one more question as a follow-up. Okay, so you're looking at licensing as the next approach.
Yeah.
So in that approach, what is your measures of success in getting there? Is it a certain amount of licensing fees per year? Which are the key kind of customers you're looking at this point?
Yes. So the business model behind this, we have an upfront payment for getting a deeper cooperative with them, and also like then a revenue-based license fee for the product which gets sold afterwards. We're focusing now on material providers in the electronic industry, and Henkel and Sekisui and Shinetsu, which already have incredible knowledge about the material. So we can bring our knowledge from the technology and to the material together, and also establish kind of a product portfolio, not only a single product for one customer.
Got about 2 minutes left. I think we have a question from Alvin of PSA Ventures. Alvin, please.
Hi, is the chemical composition of your hardener hard to replicate? I mean, just seeing how defensible is your product.
Yeah, we have patented the whole technology, and it's not, the patent itself is not focused on one specific substance. We patented the system, like the self-curing behavior itself is protected. So therefore, it's defensible.
Got a minute and a half left, judges. Do we have another question for Raphael? Yes, Paul, Iribian, please.
Are there any trade-offs to the material strength?
Sorry?
Are there any trade-offs to the material strength?
No, we also compared in the beginning, like really in the beginning, the existing hardeners to our solutions, and we also have seen like similar and comparable material properties, and also sometimes even better one in terms of TG, stiffness, strengthness, elongation, and so on.
A minute left on the clock. Judges, we have another question from Remy of Elevate VC, please.
Hi, how readily available are your raw materials, and what does logistics look like as you're transporting them?
Yeah, really good question. So we also tested the logistics. For this reason, we also decided to go like for volumes, direct sales, but we know we're not going to conquer the world, and we're not able to distribute the whole world out of Austria. This is also like a main reason we're focusing now the licensing part to have access to the logistic network of our cooperating partners. And we also did tests, and it's safe to, to transport.
Very quick question, 20 seconds left.
Okay, there was a mention in your slides about the technology readiness level. So the plan is to get to 7 to 8. So where's the risk right now of not getting there?
The risk right now, we have 3 already developed product lines. We have the proof there, and it's running on the machines on the customer. So right now we have like really, really long sales cycles, and we have to be always at start of a development of a new production line. So basically we have to adopt the product to maybe some final needs, and to more of the process-related varieties they might come up.
I'm sorry, but that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again,
Thank you.
Raphael. Thank you. For Speedbox. Next up for Sphere Cube, please welcome Valerio Di Pompeo. Hello, Valerio.
Hello.
Yes, kick the clicker. That's important. All right. 3 minutes starts now.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Valerio Di Pompeo, CEO co-founder of SphereCube. Nowadays, industries such as aerospace, automotive, sport, and biomedical require high resistance, lightweight components to increase fuel efficiency and enhance human performances. However, traditional manufacturing methods limit disadvantages due to long production time, high cost, and low flexibility, making 45 billion euros problems. This all for running shoes made traditional manufacturing produced for 3 days in a single part, 25 minutes times expensive than plastic material, and even small design changes takes 6 weeks. SphereCube has developed an end-to-end system able to solve these key problems. This all produced by SphereCube technology has 30 and 49% of time and cost saving, and 98 and 90 scraps and defect reduction. This is Loop, our 6-axis machine, and automate composite manufacturing, reducing the step process from 6 to 3. Lace, the software, generate the toolpath, and we are developing an end-to-end system able to increase the strength of the part, reducing the material. Thanks to our patent process, we can produce traditional and new material like this called Vitrimer. They are repairable, reusable, and recyclable. Compared to the competitor, thanks to our technology, thermal curing, we can, the material has easy reason to adopt, best performances, affordability, and the technology has an easy to use and time and cost efficiency. To simplify the forecast, we concentrate on composite machine, and the TAM in 2029 is 45 billion euros. And SphereCube project to generate revenue of 120 million euros. Now we are selling part, but in 2026 we will sell the entire system, that the most scalable business model. We are validating our technology, first of all for the sport, and after we are scaling into aerospace, defense, and automotive sector. This team has a strong technical experience proven by many PSG, and also business experience proven by the traction that we have really achieved. This is our forecast, and we are growing until 120 million in 5 years. And we are looking for 2 million for aerospace and defense penetration, business development, and facility and team expansion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Valerio. Okay, 4 minutes with the judges. We have a question already from Theory of Shift for Good, please.
Well, thank you very much for that presentation. Quick question, how advanced are you in the industrialization of your process? So is it prototype, or are you more advanced than that?
This is for the production. We can begin with the prototype, and after we can scale, because the process reduce the step and also reduce the time. And it's possible with with our software change the part and go faster. This is for the production, and we are creating the platform for that and not for prototyping. This is not a 3D printer, but is the improving of automatic fiber placement. That is a machine that began until 10, 50 years ago in a composite material, and this is improving.
Thank you. One more question. You have quite a sizable team. Well done for that. Have you received any funding to date? Any grants or something?
Yeah, we reach many grants, about 1 million, but not in equity, but in grant funding, and we move with bootstrapping. And our idea is go to the seed round in order to change the business model and go fast.
Thank you. We have a question now from Dr. Ho of A-Star Sub, please.
Thank you for the presentation. I'm just trying to understand your technology. Are you doing fiber placement, or are you printing and doing fiber placement together?
We print and fiber placement, and after we cure with compression molding and bag molding in order to increase the bonding layer by layer and also go fast to the production and has the same performances of traditional manufacturing methods.
Thank you. And another question is about the sustainable material you mentioned. What sustainable material are you referring to? Are you talking about recycled material, or?
Yeah, this is Vitrimer, a new material that we are developing together with other partners and company. And this is a new material able to have dynamic cross-linking that with the temperature and also adding hardening, it's possible to repair, recycle, or reuse in order, for example, during the remolding and so on.
Thank you.
We've got about a minute left. Do we have a question? For John, High-Tech XL, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. 2 questions. Can you do multi-material?
Can you?
Do multi-material? So do you need to only have one material that you can use?
No, we can use, for example, this is carbon fiber with the Vitrimer resin, but we can use glass fiber, quartz fiber, and in combining with the resin that it's possible to have thermoset and also thermoplastic. And necessary use the thermoplastic that the viscosity is high at room temperature.
And you can do it all together, or you have to do step by step?
No, we have the reinforcement, the resin, after go in the extruder, extrude, create the preform, and go with the back molding, compression molding, and so on.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Grazie. Next up, please welcome on stage for Steel Bosso. We've got Yuki Joe. We've got supporters as well. Woo! He's unfazed. Yuki, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3 minutes starts now.
Steel is everywhere, bridges, factories, and energy plants. But the way steel is bought has not changed for decades, especially in the oil and gas industry. It's still manual, messy, and inefficient. But the way, because of those kind of inefficiency, we made our vision to make the steel purchasing fast, simple, and digital. So I'm Yoongi, and the guy leading this company, and this video shows that how customers save their time to prepare for their RFQ, and the customer have already cut their processing time from days to minute, and also they reduce the cost. Via this solution, we run through transaction fees, and from now on, we run through SaaS subscription and also the data insights. It's already scalable and proven and a high margin model, such as the successful BT platform has. And the opportunity ahead is massive. The industrial steel market size is $67 billion US, and we also have we started our business in the ASEAN market. And actually, we are active in 24 countries with 131 overseas clients, and we have our branches in the Philippines and Canada. So we are fortunate to win this market. Of course, other steel SaaS platforms exist, but Steel Bosso is the only one that cover the piping materials and also purpose-built for the oil and gas and plant industries. And because of this kind of difference, we grow up every year. So last year, our sales revenue was $2 million US, and the growth curve is keep accelerating because the market is big enough, and we've only just begun. Driving this momentum is our team. We bring decades of experiences across engineering, product management, and steel trading, AI technologies. So we have lived with these industrial pain points, and we built the tech to solve them. Now we are raising $1.5 million to drive our global expansion and also scale that supply networks. So I really want to tell you that more story in my next round. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuki. Can relax now for a while. 4-minute Q&A with Yuki. Judges, who would like to go first with a question? Do we have any questions for Yuki? We have one from James from Creo Ventures, please.
Yeah, I'm very curious. What type of AI you have been enabled to the platform, and also AI has been adopted by the other players, actually the big companies quickly. Why don't you think they have a lot of data? They cannot copy your features.
Thank you for the question. Actually, we're using the LLM also, but as you know that LLM sometimes lies, so we are using the distillation, knowledge distillation to input some kind of our expert knowledge into there. So we district to that LLM live further to our customer. So it means that we use the small language model also.
Why the others cannot follow your LLM model use case? For example, others has more transactions, right?
Yeah.
Which indicates more data than you.
Because when we start our business, we are starting with to analyze the very specification coding standard of this industry. We call it ASTM, ASME, and when we analyze that, it takes more than 2 years. So our business started later. So when even the big company who has more data, they want to try to make those kind of platform like us, they need the time to analyze that, and they also gathering some kind of information from the client.
We've got a question now from Atsushi of The Edge of.
Hey, thank you. Obviously, in order to have a good AI, you need to have a training data, right? You need to train AI before using it. So what kind of a training method or what kind of data you used to train the AI?
Actually, we gathering some kind of material data from our client's RFQ. I mean that client has some procurement list, and then in that list, it has some kind of specification regarding the steel product. So we gathering all kinds of data, but even that data, even the single word said the same things. All kinds of clients say different words. So we need to educate the system to understand whatever words from our clients, and then we also gathering the data of the price and also market data and supply data.
So it's like a training is a customer training rather than
Yeah,
training.
training customer data and also the material data and market data also.
We've got about a minute left for, I guess, one more question or two quick ones. Question from Yuba of Wings Agro.
So your applications can be replicated for other materials as well. So I can use it for stainless steels.
Yep.
I see.
Yeah, our already stainless steel, we can handle stainless steel, also high alloy, and also the other materials such as the non-ferrous materials also. And our advantage is also in the piping material, but we will expand our product line to the other material and the other source.
About 30 seconds left. Only time for a really, really quick question. I think the judges look pretty satisfied. Thank you, judges. Whoop. I just dropped the mine. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Yuki.
thank you.
Thank you. From Steel Bosso. Flying clipboards. Next up on stage, please welcome for Stroma, Anil Uzenge. Hello, Anil.
Hello.
You look very confident.
Thank
Love
you.
it. Okay, 3 minutes, start now.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Anil from Stroma, co-founder and CEO. We are building modular AI systems for real-time industrial safety and efficiency. We have these edge computers and edge cameras. We deploy them anywhere in manufacturing line, and we detect safety and quality control issues in real time. We have basic steps. Just connect data sources, cameras or other other sensors. Then we deploy our AI models, and we take action for detecting safety and quality issues. Our end users, machine operators, and process engineers can create their own safety and quality control workflows thanks to our thousands of built-in different nodes. And you can see they can manage their workflows in the left, and they can see their notifications and alarms and warnings in the right for safety and quality. And they can get detailed safety reports and quality control reports from our UI. And we are working with, in the field, we are working with Panduit for real-time ergonomic risk analysis. We are working with Hitachi construction machinery for real-time PP monitoring and area monitoring. And you can see compliant and non-compliant workers in real time. For example, he's not wearing the helmet. We are working with Bridgestone for detect defects and quality issues in real time in their rubber sheets. Why now? Edge compute is finally affordable, and automation, speed of automation and regulation support us. We have Edge AI convertible TAM for $40 billion, and we have 200,000 air-ready facilities in the world. We have three main competitive advantages. First, we have all full edge stack. We have AI hardware and modular AI workflow software engine. And we have low latency and full privacy and data security. We do everything in safety, quality control, process automation for our customers. And our end users can create their own solutions without code in our intuitive UI. We lease our hardware and we sell our safety and quality control modules. With my co-founder Mete, we have been working together since 10 years, and we are second-time founders, and we are experts in computer vision, machine learning, and optics and electronics. And also we have great engineering team and strong board. We got IF and Red Dot Design Awards. We have Ingredient, Hitachi, and Bridgestone, customers from US, Japan, and Turkey, and Europe. And we got our seed funding 3 years ago. And we are now raising late seed for 1.2 million for our GTM. And join us for zero defects and zero accidents. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anil. Okay, 4 minutes with the judges. The clock is on. We've got a question from Endora of Salem Group.
Thank you for the presentation. So I do have one quick question. In a situation where I would say like a factory already have their own IP cameras, do they still need to deploy and purchase your hardware, or is it possible to just maybe just deploy the software so we don't have to invest so much capex at the initial stage?
Yeah, we can work with their cameras as well, their CCTV installed cameras, and we can combine the data coming from their cameras and our cameras, and we can work with them for basic safety use cases like PP monitoring and area monitoring, and we are also working with Hitachi for these use cases.
That's great. And I do have one more follow-up question on that. I'm just wondering about like how reliable is your computer vision modeling in a different variety of like industrial conditions. For example, coming from Indonesia, I know that a lot of factories have different conditions, like maybe a low lights or maybe dust. Like how would it affect your solution? Maybe you can explain more.
Sure. In our hardware, in our edge camera, we have a modular hardware design, and we have 3 computer camera modules, and we can add more, for example, LEDs or other lightning modules inside of it. This is the industrial design, and we can really adjustable for any harsh environments like Indonesia.
Thank you.
Thank you. We've got a question now from Nigel of Lenovo.
Okay, so I'm a user of this technology for safety, quality check, and so on and so forth. What is one factor that differentiates your company for thousands of similar kind of technologies across the globe?
Modularity and flexibility. Thanks to our software in our software engine, we have developed thousands of nodes thanks to our 5-year experience in customer projects for integration and customization requests we got from them. And also in hardware, in modular hardware, we developed so many modules, and like Lego pieces, we can just add and remove Lego pieces and make customized and tailored, real tailored hardware pieces for them. And this is the biggest, I think, differentiation point is just modularity and flexibility.
We've got about a minute, 20 seconds left. Judges, do we have another question? We have John, High Tech XL, please.
Yeah, so I was wondering, how do you sell this? Because you have so many different applications, so many different customers. So you need to invest a lot in your sales force, or how are you going to do that?
Right now we are working with National Safety Council in US and also with ABB in all over the world. And also we are supported by University of Tokyo, and we are reaching the customers thanks to our partners, but also we do direct sales as well. And yeah, so far we are working with these partners, but we don't have any big tech partners like Salesforce.
Got about 45 seconds left. Only time for a quick question. Judges, a quick one. Got a one from James of Creo Ventures.
Actually, these days, some of the camera can do their computational AI algorithm from at cloud side. So that's why I do feel we see more and more powerful consumer level surveillance camera has been quite popular. So I'm very curious, what's your value proposition versus this type of product, and especially compare the computing has been done in the cloud side.
Yeah, we are working on only niche use cases like ergonomic risk analysis, for example, upper body and lower body. And for this niche use case, ergonomic analysis, we need to deploy our cameras in 10 feet, in 3 meters. That's why we are differentiating us in this space. But of course, we are working with all CCTV cameras installed in the facilities.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Thank you once again, Anil.
Thank you.
For Stroma. And now we're down to our final 2 startups for this domain. Please welcome on stage for Studio Galilei, Jinwoo Lee. Hello, are you ready?
I'm very ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
time starts now.
Hi, this is Jinwoo from Studio Galilei, a mobility company focused on demand-responsive transit. Global mobility platforms say they have changed the world, but the reality, the transportation gaps still remain unfilled. And they are even worse in tourist destinations. Travel and mobility are not actually separate. They are combined experience, what we call travelity. Southeast Asia tourism market is massive, but its mobility service is not yet ideal. This is why we launched Rika Ride, a premium tourism mobility service designed for women and family with safety and security. So we use the deep learning-based ride-sharing algorithm to match multiple passengers in every vehicle in real time efficiently. Behind it all is our platform, Thomas. But why is this so difficult? Taxis are simple, just from A to B. Ride-sharing, we need to compute who to pick up first and which route is most efficient. Even adding a few passengers can explode the complexity exponentially. We have successfully solved this optimization challenge even in real time through our powerful AI technology. Our solution is proven. Our vehicle achieved world-class efficiency in terms of number of passengers per hour, and then world best for peak hour operation. We are operating already 163 vehicles in Korea and Thailand. With platform subscription fee, ride fares, and partner commissions, like hotel, our revenue model is clear and scalable. This year revenue was $6 million. Innovation is powered by our team, expert in AI, smart mobility, and tourism. Co-founder, including myself, were trained at UC Berkeley and Irvine. And myself am teaching transportation engineering at KAIST in Korea as a professor. So Korea major companies already have invested in us, and we are seeking international investment. It's beautiful video. Yeah, so in Southeast Asia, we want to make tourism mobility safer for women, easier for families, and more inclusive for everyone. This is Tujuji. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Jinwoo.
Yes.
4 minutes now with the judges.
Yeah.
Time starts. Judges, do we have a question? We have from Elvin of PSC Ventures, please.
Yeah, just want to check with you. Most ride-hailing platforms would have vetted the drivers, right?
Yes.
You mentioned that certified driver is a means of ensuring safety for women. How are you any different from other ride platforms who have vetted their own drivers?
So I don't get on question well. So can you say me again? Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned that you have certified drivers.
Certified drivers, yeah.
That ensure the safety of women, right?
Yes.
So most ride-hailing apps would have vetted their own drivers already.
Yes.
So how is that any different from that?
Yes, for safety and security, we have like much more strict regulation to like control themselves. And then we actually have a very manual, and that there's no human behavior. So they are just like an autonomous vehicle. So we control top-down. This is how ride sharing works. So there's no human behavior. top-down control, and then safety and efficiency are controlled fully by AI. Yeah, this is the concept.
You also do a ride-sharing model, right?
Yeah, ride-sharing model is our key model.
So
yeah.
there are other passengers to come on board.
Yes.
And how do you ascertain the identity before
Yeah.
allowing them, hence ensuring safety of the passengers?
Yeah, we know the information of passenger, and then if he don't like this passenger to us, then we don't get it. And then everyone's history is tracked, and then we have some vision camera. We can have vision camera, and then touch the installation, the machine to see identify who is in, who is out. Everything is not like a bus or train. We know everyone. Yes.
We've got about 2 minutes left. Judges, do we have another question for Jinu? Question from Dr. Ho of A-Star Circ.
Just curious, is this app created especially for women, or are you open to other passengers, or how does it work?
Yeah, actually, this is for everyone, but we want to say, even women and families and even disabled can use our app very easily and comfortably. It means that everyone else can use it freely. Yes.
I think we have a question from Nigel of Lenovo.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you.
Men cannot use this.
Yeah.
All right, so just a joke. Anyway, you're now into this business. I think the mature providers like Uber, Grab, they're already been years ahead. Won't you think that they won't catch up with you in the future?
Yeah, that's true.
They'll be your biggest competitor.
Yes, it's a very good question. Thank you very much. But they are doing a little bit of ride pooling, like Uber pool or something like that. But we are basically transit. We are like a buses. Our ride sharing level is much higher. And then we are not doing only mobility service. We want to define ourselves as a combination of tourism, OTA, and then mobility company. Especially outside of Korea, we want to develop some good tourist attraction together with the mobility service. So for the technology, we are mathematical geeks. Our algorithm is better in that way, and then we are doing another segment that is tourism. Yes.
I think that's the time we have, and this is a very, very, very quick one. We've got about 15 seconds left. All right, thank you, judges. Thank you once again, Jinu.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
And our final startup for this final domain, please welcome on stage Rafael Gasabian. Very warm welcome. Rafael is here for Tacton. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right,
Hello, everyone.
3 minutes starts now.
Billion robots are coming in construction, in farms, in laboratories, but most of them are still dumb, expensive, and slow to build. Every one of them needs brain. We built the world's first AI-native control platform, the Brain for Machines. Meet John, CEO of Frank Bacon Machinery, a Detroit-based company with 70+ years of experience in materials testing. Using our platform, they design the exact interface their customer needs: dashboards, widgets, custom logic, all fully white-labeled. They configure the entire machine, sensors, actuators, the control rules. They plug in the controller to generate the desktop app and finalize the setup with custom workflows. Before Tacton, I ran system integration company for more than a decade. We built systems for energy, automotive, and defense industries. Every project started the same painful way: new hardware, new firmware, new software, months of work, sometimes years of work. That's when I realized everyone was rebuilding the same system from scratch. So we decided to change it forever. Tacton unites the world's real-time FPGA control and GPU-based AI computing on a single board. It runs ultra-fast closed-loop control while processing vision and AI at the edge. Every controller is custom designed in a few days, with zero engineering cost for our customers. On top of it sits our no-code software platform. It lets engineers to build machine logic and full user apps without writing any line of code. Soon, they will be able to do it just by talking. Our founding team has worked together for 14 years. The same people who built systems for Boeing, Thermo Fisher, Lockheed Martin, and many others. We hold 2 granted US patents, one for hardware, one for software. 300% year-over-year growth and a 5 million active pipeline. We maintain 85% hardware margins. OEMs pay only for the controllers and get access to our software platform, no upfront R&D cost. As their machines' sales grow, our revenue grows with them. Taktun started in one lab with one customer. Now, we're laying the foundation for the next industrial revolution, where machines are designed in days instead of months, and where manufacturers sell machines as a service. Every machine that moves, senses, or adapts will need a brain. We're building that brain. We are Taktun.
Thank you very much, Raphael. We've got 4 minutes now. Don't go in, don't go in. We've got 4 minutes now with the judges. Judges, do we have a question for Raphael? We have one from John, High Tech XL. Please, John.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really interesting what you're doing. What I was wondering, if you take a look at your competition, they always have some dedicated software included. And that brings them a lot of value over time because they get repeat customers, because customers get stuck with them. For you, they don't get stuck with you. So how can you compete with them?
Could you please bring an example what competitor you mean? Like most of the competitors, if we look Siemens, Mitsubishi, Emerson, those companies, they are more universal solutions rather than dedicated for a particular market. In our case, we started with lab equipment market, materials testing machines. And our software actually has everything that the machine manufacturer needs. And it takes literally 1 day to have the full system running. And that's how we're actually selling. We give them the promise that it will take literally 1 day to have the machine running. So I mean, I don't know any company that can provide a custom hardware that has also application builder.
Yeah, I recognize that that's a unique proposition, so you can sell it much quicker, you can set it up much quicker, but all your competitors have dedicated software, so once they sell to a customer, the customer needs to come back to them every time.
Oh, you mean like repeat from the revenue perspective? Yeah, so dedicated software, it's most of the time not the licensed software, but rather programming language, like LabVIEW or ladder diagram, C++. Most of the time they come back for maintenance. In fact, the future of Taktun is actually hardware as a service. Once those machines will be sold as a service, let's say agriculture, like apple harvesting machine, or brick layering machine in construction. That's what we are going to win the whole market, and we will be the core platform for all the machinery manufacturers. But at the moment, it's recurring revenue because every time this controller gets inside the machine, that machine is sold. Then next year, they buy again. And which means like our ACV is around at least $500,000 per customer every year.
Okay.
So that's how we make more money from the same company.
Thank you.
We've got a minute 40 left. Atsushi of the Edge of.
Obviously, physical AI is now booming, right? Including NVIDIA is targeting, this physical AI. So, do you compete with NVIDIA or you?
No, we partner. Yeah. We are part of NVIDIA Inception program. Our hardware have got 2 compute powers from AMD. That's the FPGA SoC, which is ultra scale, and then we have another compute power which is NVIDIA Jetson, and those are connected with PCI Express. And that's the compute power. And our added value are all the signal conditioning channels, servo hydraulic control, Wheatstone bridge sensors, and so on and so forth.
I see. So in that sense, complementary with NVIDIA strategy.
Yes. Okay. Because NVIDIA does not have any hardware that can directly control this kind of robotics. And I'm talking about the high accuracy control.
Got about 45 seconds left. A question from James of Creo Ventures.
How many type of machines you can access? Because each of them might have their proprietary like SDK or access interface. Do you have to be compatible to each of them, or how do you really control them?
So once we enter particular vertical, when I say vertical, I mean industry. Let's say lab equipment market. It takes around $2 million and around 1 or 2 years for us to have the full package ready for that industry. But after that, within the industry, every machine from one to another, we spend zero additional, let's say, money to do any customization. But once we enter, for example, we currently work with a company for oil well pump control, oil and gas, like the artificial lift pumps. There we will need a couple years before they can release and we can have that market covered. But initially, like within the market, there is no customization.
That's all the time we have. Thank you very much, judges. Thank you, Raphael
Thank you.
Tacton. Thank you. And there you have it. All our top 60 global startups have made their pitches. Congratulations to all the startups. Thank you to the judges. And we'd like to invite the judges now to head over to deliberate. Which 3 from this domain are they going to push forth? Which 12 will make it to the grand finals from our top 60? The results will be here at 6 p.m. By the way, I see some people taking pictures. If you're going to be sharing them on social media, please share with us as well. Tag us at Switch Singapore and hashtag SwitchSG. By the way, download the Switch event app by just scanning the QR code on the back of your app, at the back of your badge, and you can access the full program and connect with fellow attendees. We're going to refresh the stage. Remember, results at 6 p.m. But up next, we have a panel discussion, Harnessing the Quantum Horizon, preparing for the strategic leap into the next computing era. We're going to be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you soon.